Hey Moon Magic Super Souls, welcome to today's readings. We are asking for a message for you, an immediate message, and we're also asking, well, these cards are like really lively. We are also asking for information about the week ahead, and these are readings that I post every single Sunday. So my beautiful, beautiful souls, these are the first three cards. Let me zoom the camera in so we can get a better look at them, and we'll draw some cards and some runes and some charms as well. There we go. Okay, so hopefully that is good and you can see them really, really well. I will hold them up to the camera as well. Let me just get that focused in for you. So, welcome everybody. Thank you so much for joining me today, and welcome anyone new. Welcome if you're returning, and welcome if you are new to the channel. So, let us put these little counters here for the charms. In fact, actually, first of all, let's hold the cards up. So we have Dolphin Spirit. This is for pile 1. This and that are true. So this is pile 1. And your rune for pile 1 is the rune of signs, signals, synchronicities. This is Anzus. And your charm is, you have, it's that little rabbit. I love this charm. It like sits between my fingers, so it just looks like it's coming out of its little hole. I think it's one of the most adorable charms in my bag of charms. Okay, let's put that there. So that is pile 1. Pile 2. You have Electric Eel Spirit. Bring your ideas to life. Okay, so that is that. Let's put that counter there. Your charm is, you have, oh wow, a beautiful little fairy. Absolutely stunning. Oops. Let's put her here, and your rune is the rune of Rado, Journey. Okay. And lastly, we have a lizard. That is for pile 3. And you have the lizard sitting with Canary Spirit. Sing your own song. Okay, and we also have Othilla, the rune of separation. Okay, I say separation. It's an interesting rune. Separation, inheritance, gain, all of these things are connected to this rune. It comes through in terms of separation. I mean, very often it's like something is let go of in order to get the gain. But anyway, let us just focus in on these cards, make sure the camera is focusing. So we're asking for an immediate message for you. We'll look at the week ahead. And beautiful souls, I'm going to leave the camera running for a few moments longer for anyone that wants a bit more time. You can press the pause button if you need to. Tune in with whatever reading or readings are speaking to you. I know sometimes for some of you it's more than one. And I will see you in a moment in the readings. Pile number 1, welcome to your reading. So, this and that are true, Dolphin Spirit. Very curious by this little rabbit coming out of its hole. Sort of feels like it's kind of timidly having a little peek out at the world. What is this about for my beautiful pile 1s? And synchronicities, signals, signs. What is being shown to you? So we have the golden children, inner child, tenderness, innocence, rare gifts. That is interesting. Interesting colours as well here. They kind of seem to be quite coordinated. The golden children, rare gifts. Okay. We have the courageous peony, multifaceted, unique nature, let yourself be seen. Ooh, coming out of this little rabbit hole, let yourself be seen. Okay. I kind of feel you're not to hold back from something here. I'm not sure what this is about, my lovely pile ones, but let's continue. We have the underworld. Okay. And we have Anima Mundi, which is, wow, I mean, this is a card of creation. It's a card of almost, I sort of almost want to tune into an energy of like the Big Bang, you know, of this sort of explosion of creation coming out from underground, being seen. A gateway being opened for you, like there's like a portal being opened here. This is all a bit exciting, pile one. To put it mildly, let's draw some tarot cards. What is the message coming through from my pile one about being seen? Queen of Wands. We have the High Priestess and Justice. Wow, you're getting big cards. Seeing this one, King of Pentacles. Okay. We've got the Hanged Man, Temperance, and the Seven of Cups. I think there'll be room for one more. I think. Yeah, definitely room for one more. What is the message, the most immediate message? Queen of Pentacles as well. Ooh, you've got King of Pentacles and Queen of Pentacles. Wow. Okay, so. And the Queen of Wands. Goodness me. What a lot of powerful, powerful cards. The Golden Children. Inner child, tenderness, innocence, rare gifts. This and that are true. Let's just really tune into your energy. What is the message for my pile ones? Right, pile one. There is something pretty major going on in your world. In terms of an awakening. Of you being you. It's like this point of calling. And everything in your reading is about stepping up. I think that you know that you are different, and I voice that in the best possible way. It's not even just as simple as being like a square peg in a round hole. You know that there is something about you, and I suspect you have increasingly begun to know that there is something about you that is just different. Now, that doesn't mean you can't fit in or that you don't belong. But for a lot of your life, you may have felt as though you had to sort of hide your light under a bushel. This is actually not a time to do that. It literally is like this light, this gateway being opened. This feels huge. It's like this is why you came here, to step up at this time. I think you are literally reaching a point, and given the amount of phenomenal astrological stuff that's going on in our wonderful world, the huge transformations that are taking place, many people at a level of soul have come here at this time to play their part, and I feel that you are one of them. You have come here to play a role in something with justice. Everything in your reading is about facing any kind of fears and coming out and being in the limelight, removing any self-doubt, literally taking full ownership of who you can be. This is your reading. It's like step up, not down. Now, I feel opportunities are opening for you. with the underworld and anima mundi, it may be that as you are going through a kind of an awakening, you may find yourself swinging a bit between almost like your higher knowledge in the 3D world, you know, your everyday ordinary world, and the everything that you're beginning to really see and understand, because I think your levels of understanding are rocketing beyond comprehension. Your capacity to see, to know, to vision. This is about owning all of that, like literally owning it. You have the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. Now, this could be an indication of you finding the right person or the right people to support you. It could also be you stepping up in, there may be something that you actually have to step up into here. Now, you're being guided. The Queen of Wands is the queen of manifestation, but she's very transformational. This and that are true. I wonder if for some of you, you are in that zone where you're still testing the waters, you're still seeing things but questioning, am I right about that? In which case, you are. You know, it's really where you're just kind of like working out whether what you're really being shown is real or not. And for others, there may be testing going on. You may be being shown quite extreme opposites of things, and part of that is to help you to really begin to kind of see the truth in things. Now we have the Temperance card, wanting balance here. I kind of feel that I want to draw some clarifying cards around your reading. So let's first of all just ask for my pile number 1. And I can see the timing now is right. You are literally just rising. You're being called. It really is. It's probably just all of your life experiences will have led you to here. What is the Hanged Man about? Let's ask about that first. What is the Hanged Man about? Is there something that is either slowing you down or stopping you from stepping up? We have the Queen of Pentacles again. Okay. Right. Self-care, self-belief coming through here. Maybe you are really having to navigate some elements of self-doubt about whether or not you can really kind of be out there, whether you can really step up. Interesting, the Queen of Pentacles lands with the King of Pentacles here. Can we get further guidance about this? We have the Star, and you have Justice again. Ooh. Okay, my lovelies. Right. There's something around you which is something is either coming to a head or coming to a point of justice, literally. I kind of think you're going to be okay with this. We've got the King of Pentacles, we have the Queen of Pentacles twice, and we have the Star. I almost feel like there is something karmic taking place around you, as in your history, where you've come from, is being sorted out and laid to rest, so you can step up, be visible, be seen, and step into the purpose that you came here for. Something is definitely coming to a head. We need more cards here. May we ask what is coming to a head, and let me use another pack. What is coming to a head here? What is coming to a head or coming to light or being made visible, or that something is maybe being challenged, this and that are true. What is being challenged here? We have anchor to fly and safe to fall. Okay, right, if any of you are falling in love, it's safe. Anchor to fly. Something in your world is really taking off. It really, really is. You're going to be visible. You're going to be seen. You're going to have to trust in this. I think it maybe is taking you into the depths. Maybe you're fearful that it can't happen. I feel like there's a real sensitivity around you to the point where this swinging like a yo-yo, if something doesn't feel right, that maybe you dive a bit. Actually, just anchor yourself. Things are going to fly. You are literally on the verge of a kind of a breakthrough of some sort. And that breakthrough is part of your calling. It's part of the reason you came here. It's absolutely unique to you. Beautiful souls, it's being guided. We are seeing so much potential success and stuff emerging in real times. Real terms, but yeah, real terms. It's like this is the moment that you came here for. I do actually feel there's something around you that is causing you to feel very vulnerable and very sensitive. But actually, part and parcel of that is about stepping up into the limelight and being seen and letting something emerge. And I think there's possibly a lot of worry around it, about whether it will succeed or not succeed. Everything here is suggesting that things are really opening up for you. Keep yourself in balance. Try not to swing too far back into what I would call the rabbit coming out of the hole, and just allow yourself to come out and trust that the signs and the signals will be shown to you. May we please draw one more card from my pile one from this pack to ask about any other messages and confirmations right now. Desert Harvest. Okay, you've been through some really, really tough times. Look, everything is about to take off. This is really saying, look, there may be a few more obstacles to overcome, but this is going to emerge. I'm taking another card for you. This will emerge. White Mantra Mother protects. Yeah, you are being protected here. If there are any obstacles in your way at the moment, my beautiful souls, sort of surrender to the process and trust. Whatever obstacles seem to be showing up, whatever seems to not be pushing through just yet, just trust, because I think it's going to. There's definitely buttons are being pressed here. There's this sort of swinging between I don't believe it will happen to really wanting it to, this kind of yo-yoing. But actually, and maybe even issues from the past that are surfacing around success. Let's ask how the week pans out for you. How does the week pan out? We have the King of Pentacles showing up again. And then we have the Ten of Swords. Okay, which is an ending. All this stabbing in the back, look here. You have the Queen of Wands again. You have the King of Swords. Well, I mean, these are just massive, massive energies here. I think this is a week that is monumentally transformational. Absolutely transformational. I think you are at a really pivotal turning point, and this is a transformational time where I do think there's a lot of testing going on around you, but you are being protected, you are being guided, and everything is being orchestrated so that you can be visible and seen and successful. Transformational. It's like coming out of this rabbit hole, letting go of fear, letting go of anxiety that colours your perceptions, keeping yourself in balance. I think something can be shifted and moved away from, historically actually, once and for all, to do with perhaps just being you and being allowed to be you, knowing you can be you. And you don't have to excuse yourself for being you. I think something is really going to start to happen and emerge. And this is a very pivotal week when you can finally put some stuff behind you. If you were targeted when you were a kid because you were different, this is the week when your success rocks up And it's kind of like, wow, you know, that would show them, if you know what I mean. And I don't mean in a sort of a ego-y way, because that's not appropriate. But it reminds me, actually, I remember listening to, it was the Graham Norton show, and he was interviewing Sophie Ellis Baxter. And apparently she was really bullied, really, really bullied at school. And Graham Norton just said, well, bully for them, look at you now. You know, and it wasn't said in a nasty way, but it was a kind of, do you know what, that didn't work. You know, you didn't put her down. And I feel there's something here of that. Something is coming to a head, and it will be, I think, some success is coming. I think there may be some bumps in the road at the moment. And it's almost like every time there's a bump in the road, it spirals you back into history. But actually, everything is going for you, okay? And this week we are seeing, it's like something can be put behind you. The transformation is real, the actual success, the being visible, the coming out of your rabbit hole, the signs, the synchronicities, the affirmations, they're real. And it means that because it's real, you can hopefully begin to put down whatever has happened in the past and know that once and for all it is behind you. Pile 1, this is your reading. This is your reading, these are your messages, and this is what I'm seeing for this week. Goodness me, I feel you've experienced such intensity in your lives, but you know, and do you know what? You are different, fantastically, amazingly, uniquely different. Own it, be who you are. You came here with purpose, and this is your purpose is about to rock it. And that will put down anything that happened in the past. Do you know, it was also in a funny kind of way going to highlight for you signs, signals, synchronicities, that all those things that happened that were difficult have actually led you to be the person you are today. They've transformed you. You've grown. You've flourished. You've become the incredible person you are because of what has happened. I think this is a really significant turning point. I'm going to draw just one more card around that Desert Harvest card, just to make sure that I am absolutely clear about that. The White Mantra, Mother Protects. I feel this could be something that is almost something, this is something that's throwing you back, but just check in with it. Another King of Wands. I mean, wow. Truly, this could not be a more powerful, transformational week when you step up. I mean, it's just kings and queens, isn't it? Everywhere. You know, King of Pentacles, King of Swords, Queen of Wands, Queen of Wands, King of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. I mean, it's just kings and queens. Wow. Success, amazingness, success. What more can I say? Pile 1, this is the most phenomenal week for you. So, literally anchor to fly. Put down an anchor. I don't think your feet will touch the ground when this starts to really happen. This is amazing. Tons and tons and tons of love. And keep us posted if you feel that you would like to be visible. Let us know about your success. Come back and comment. Because, do you know, as a community, we will be rooting for you. I know that I am. Tons of love. Hey, Pile 2, welcome to your reading. You have Electric Eel Spirit. Bring your ideas to life. And Rado, the Rune of Journey. Now I am seeing this card here and actually this one. Oh, you have 3. How interesting. 3 from this pack. Wow. Let's have a look at what we have. Portal. Doors are opening. Wow, look at this. You decide, rewards, wild card. We then have lifting the veil, questioning everything. Anything aligned, anything unaligned, must go. Very, very relevant, actually, energetically to you. Activated earth, power places, ley lines, trust where you are led. Oh my goodness me, the electricity of your reading is something else. Journey, trust where you are led. Wow, okay, so I'm going to say right now, off the bat, before we draw even any more cards, doorways are being opened for you. And Whether that is a spark of an idea, this is a time for you to remove anything that doesn't align with what you are shown and the direction you're being taken in. For some of you, you may actually be moving or led to somewhere. Now, this could literally be just going out for a walk and you find yourself drawn in a particular direction, in which case there'll be something you need to see. Trust where you are led. I'm also seeing that there are things you are needing to kind of almost choose to, I want to say walk away from, but I'm going to say disengage from. You know, there are circumstances in your life, as I'm seeing it, that are around you, and you can't necessarily do anything about it. You have conscious free will and choice, and so does everybody else. You know, empowerment is power over ourselves, not others. But you are to disengage from certain things. You know, if there are people around you who are not really aligning with who you are, or your mission, or the way in which you are being led, I mean, for some of you, there will be a walking away. For others, I think it's just a disconnect. It's like actually just, you don't have to buy into that stuff at all. It doesn't need to be a part of who you are or what you're doing. Okay, may we ask for further information about the immediate messages that are coming through for you? We have the prayer. My goodness me, the colours here are remarkable, the way they are kind of aligning. All these kind of like pinks. There's a lot of love around you. Really seeing the energy of rose quartz actually in these cards. It's like love is coming alive in you, and love is going to live through you. Okay, this is so important. The portal, bring your ideas to life. My beautiful pile 2. Your immediate message is absolutely about this. You have an idea, or there's something you're already working on. You are to continue and you are being guided. I feel it might have an extra turbocharge this week. An extra turbocharge of electricity, of energy. If you've been procrastinating over anything, or you've been feeling stuck, or anything around you has been limiting or cramping your style, but you know, limiting something, it hasn't been moving forwards. My goodness me, this is lifting. Go where you're led. Follow things through as well, I'm hearing. This fairy, looking at this, you know, activated earth, power places, I feel a bit like you're going to be sprinkled with fairy dust. And magically your energy is going to lift and you'll be electrified. You'll find you have the energy to achieve whatever you need to achieve actually this week. These are weekly readings. Obviously, you come to them whenever you find them. We have the Hermit. Okay. Again, this is about being led. We have the Two of Cups. Oh, I think these are coming through for you. And these. Let's look at these first, and then we will draw more, possibly, see what space we have. So we have the Hermit and the Two of Cups. We have the Three of Cups. We have the Ace of Swords. Look at this coming underneath, lifting the veil. We have 10 of Pentacles. We have the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles. So we are seeing things move forwards this week for you. I think we do have room for one more card. Let's move these along. Just one more card. There it is. The Hanged Man. Okay. I'm hearing that song. How does it go? I can see clearly now, the rain has gone. I can see, no, not I can see. I can move all obstacles in my way. Something along those lines. I bet the words are not right, but that's what I'm hearing with the Hanged Man. It's like you can see so clearly whatever is not working and whatever you need to move through. And I sort of just feel with the power of prayer, it almost feels as though if you kind of pray for assistance, bingo, it'll be there, you'll get it. Stuff is being moved through this week. So let's just look at your week ahead. Your messages, your primary message is really clear. Portals are being opened for you, and you are literally, an idea or something you're working on will come to life. Go where you are led. Now, although this is deeply personal to you, you are being guided with the Hermit. Some of you, if you are tuning in with this, are thinking, you may well be thinking, well, there are some things, there are some obstacles in my way. You're just going to see them so clearly and you will know what to do. There'll be some clear-cut decisions to be made here. But you are not without help either with the Two of Cups and the Three of Cups. I am seeing people coming in to support you. And the same with the Ten of Pentacles. I mean, this could be a family around you, family members. It could be almost like your soul family, your spiritual family around you. But I am seeing a lot of support around you to move something forwards, whether that is letting go of something or indeed whether it is actually stepping up, because I'm seeing both. I think this is going to be a very active and busy week for you. I can see support, help, assistance could come from a partner as well. Three of Cups is a celebration. I'm seeing you holding your focus. In many ways, this could be kind of both very actively busy, but also kind of quite balanced actually as well. Because in a way, we've got kind of like family stuff going on here, friends, connections, relationships. So I kind of feel like on the one hand, you've got really good people connections this week. You may have to sort of let go of some things that don't align with you anymore. That's fine. But I kind of feel you'll breeze it in a way. I mean, you might have to be quite determined. But you'll know very clearly, you'll be shown very clearly what you do need to do. In no uncertain terms, you'll be shown very clearly what you need to do in order to move forwards. And literally, if you just reach out and ask, the way will be shown. But you are definitely getting help and support here, whether this is sort of help and support because in your personal life, things are really going so wonderfully well and there's so much love and support for you that it you know, when you have a lot of love and support in your personal life, if you're working on a project, you feel really buoyant and uplifted. You know, it helps. You know, if you've got troubles going on in your personal life, then it's harder to focus at work. And this is a week when things are going well for you. Everything gets to move forwards, I think, very dynamically. And in quite practical ways, you can keep your focus with the Knight of Swords. Yeah, I think this is a great week for you. I think it's productive. I think it's sparkly. I think it's energized. Portals are being opened for you. You'll be taken where you need to go and shown what you need to see. This is a week for you, pile 2, when it is as if the universe is really lining up to support you in a particular way. And in a very practical, pragmatic way, not only is the universe supporting you, but the people around you are supporting you. It's really, really lovely. Let's let's draw some more cards and ask for any further information about your message that's coming through or the week ahead. So we have Desert Harvest. This is interesting. This came out in pile 1. We have Sacred Falcon shows the way. So we're seeing a transition here. No, that's not feeling quite right. There it is, that's your card. And Blessing of the Carter Bestowed. Wow, okay. There are further messages coming through here for you. So Blessing of the Carter Bestowed. You know, when we do a Carter, anyone who has ever practiced any form of martial arts will know this. You know, a Carter is a process or a system of movements like Tai Chi, or, you know, it's a system of movement that is completely flowing and yet also absolutely controlled by the mind. So controlled by the mind, but actually free-flowing and in alignment with the purest flow of energy simultaneously. And I think that's the kind of essence of the way in which you can navigate the week ahead. If there have been any obstacles, or indeed any obstacles or stumbling blocks show up in your life this week, the key here is to remain in flow whilst holding a very, very clear mindset. Keep your focus. Don't be knocked or set back. Don't see an obstacle as a setback. See it as an opportunity. Now, at the time of doing these readings, if you are following my weekly readings, thank you so much for being here. Such an honour to read for you. If you're new to my channel, welcome at the time of doing this reading. But whenever you come to this reading, it's timeless. So you can come to it, in 6 months' time, a year's time, whenever you come to the reading. If an obstacle or something or a delay shows up, it's providential, okay? It's purposeful because it's showing you something. Now, at the time of doing these readings, we are in the Mercury retrograde shadow and we are moving closer and closer and closer. In fact, by the end of this week, Mercury will go retrograde. So it's a time of hiccups, delays. But the positive influence of a Mercury retrograde period is to help us to reflect, to help us to notice, to help us to slow down, to step away from our goal-driven world, to recognise that when we are in balance, when our personal lives are thriving, our working life will thrive as well. For some of you, I do see this as a working community, almost as a spiritual community or, a team around you. But I also think your personal life can be in balance as well. You're very much supported by real people this week. Yeah, and if there is a stumbling block, it's there because you're needing to make some choices. It may be that there are some things in your world that are not in alignment with the pathway that you are travelling at this moment in time, because you are stepping up and a portal is being opened for you to to fly, to thrive, to bring your ideas to life, to make stuff happen. It's a productive week. So, my beautiful souls, anything that's shown to you that isn't quite working, it's probably because it's not in alignment with where you are going and what you are doing. I mean, the energy of this card, the colour of it is so different to the rest of your reading. It almost stands out like a sore thumb, almost in a way. The colours of it are different, and I think whatever shows up. Also, if anything from your past comes back because of the Mercury in retrograde energy, if anything shows up from the past that hasn't yet been resolved, there'll be an opportunity, I think, for you to do something with this, to move it forwards. And remember, with clear focus and flow, you are going to sail through this. You have the support you need. Now, I'm going to ask for more information for you about this. Maybe ask about Desert Harvest and about any stumbling blocks. Okay, so we have the Seven of Swords. Ooh, look at this character. Sneaking away with the loot. Okay. We have the Two of Cups. Okay, again, twice. Okay. We then have the Two of Wands. How very interesting. And the Four of Swords. Okay. Very, 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 very interesting. Okay. Thank you for all your comments as well, beautiful souls. I do read them and love hearing from you. And I'm loving the humour of what takes place as well. It's quite lovely. Some of you writing down things, about wow, and more wow, and how interesting. Love it. Thank you so much. It's really, really lovely just that we have that lightness about the comments that take place here. It shows how connected our energy is, how absolutely wonderful. So, beautiful souls. Okay, right, I see this chap sneaking away here. Right, this is because you are not to step down, you're to step up. You are to be seen. Don't be afraid of being visible here. Don't be hesitant about being visible. If there is a hiccup or there's something in your world that isn't aligning with the portal that's being opened for you, with your ideas, with where you're going, don't be afraid to speak out. You know, don't, I kind of want to say don't hang around. I mean, be thoughtful and mindful about whatever conversations you have. But this is a time for you to be visible. It really is. If you know that something is going on that doesn't feel right, it's really okay for you to be visible and step up and do what is right for you here. With the Two of Cups showing up twice, I mean, there could be a romantic interest for some of you. I mean, this could literally be the support of your current partner. It could be the support of a colleague. If you are single, it could be the support of a new person coming into your world. Interestingly enough, if they are, I feel that again with the Four of Swords and the Seven of Swords, maybe there would be people who would I'd either not agree with that. There's interesting energy around it. But yeah, don't be afraid to be visible. That's what this is saying to me. I'm going to draw some more cards. Just follow this through a little bit because I can see this really clearly. You know, don't just be totally upfront about how you feel, what you think. If something isn't aligned with you, you have every right to say so. But Four of Swords, let's get more information about this. Let's get clarification on this one. Okay, Six of Pentacles. Okay. Yeah, and the Nine of Cups. Okay. And the Three of Wands, yeah. Okay. So what is I'm getting for this card? I just think that in having to potentially draw the line around some things, anything that's not aligning with you or something that comes back up into your world and it's it's returning and you're like, no, been there, done that, bought the t-shirt, not resonating with me. Whatever this is for you, whatever hiccup or delay or sort of stuckness that sits with a situation or a circumstance or some people around you, just be upfront about it and go ahead with your choices, but be benevolent at the same time with the Six of Pentacles. I think there's sadness here. It's almost as though you might have to be quite clear-cut about a circumstance or a situation and sort of say how it is. And I think you can do it with great compassion. You know, if anybody has been a bit underhanded around you and you just know that's not resonating with you, and you know that you need to move away from that, well, that's fine. Just say how it is. Just say, this isn't really resonating with me, this doesn't feel good, and say, you know, I'm really making choices that are right for me here. It's okay just to be upfront. And there is sadness around this. I'm seeing that here with the Four of Swords. But consider this thoughtfully, and you can, with great compassion and benevolence, and there's a lot of compassion in the Nine of Cups, with great compassion, great benevolence and great care, you can make your choices and you can move forwards. Now, some of you may literally be saying goodbye to somebody or to some people or a circumstance, situation, whatever it is. But just take full ownership. Don't be afraid to speak out. And then head on your way, because this is a week of profound productivity. You know, for some of you, you could even have had an arrangement to do something, and this has turned out to be a really productive week. And suddenly you realise that these arrangements are going to take up 10 times more time than you'd originally thought. And you know that, doors are being opened for you. Maybe there is a change in direction, Mercury in retrograde energy coming in again, a different journey, a different opportunity, go where you are guided. And so you have to kind of like duck out, take a rain check. Well, if someone then, throws a wobbly and throws their toys out of their pram, well, you're taking a rain check because you know this is right for you. And actually, it's really important that the people around you are supportive of you. And if you take a rain check or take a diversion or do a different route because you know you're being guided in that way, it's very important that the people, you'll know who supports you on that and who doesn't. It will kind of show up. You'll see really clearly. I have a feeling that things will be shown to you. And it may be that there's a little bit of sadness around the fact that perhaps some people aren't as supportive of you as you thought they would be. But it's actually really good information. You know, if we stand in that position, even if there's an element of sadness, of just, you know what, how interesting. Do you know, that's really good information because it shows me that actually this person or these people just aren't resonating with me. And so with great compassion, with great benevolence, with great care, I think you just hold your own focus and continue on your way. I don't see any confrontation, interestingly enough, here. It literally is just a sort of a detaching from something. It's coming back through again. Yeah, I think just detaching from something. You don't have to confront it, but you're visible about your direction. You're visible about your circumstances. If we use that as an example where you take a rain check and you know that someone's kind of slating you or talking behind your back, rather than going and challenging them, just carry on your way. Detach from it. That's their problem. That's their stuff. Detach from it. Come away. Send them love. And move along in the direction that you know you are meant to be going in, because you are being called to work in a particular way, to move in a particular way. And if it's not resonating, that's fine. Just this literally is a don't engage with it kind of situation. Wow. Pile 1, this is your reading. It looks to be a very amazingly interesting week. Really, really interesting. Lots happening, lots that is very resonant for you in, gosh, expanding in leaps and bounds. So my beautiful souls, have an amazing week. Keep us posted. Tons and tons of love. You are being sprinkled with fairy dust and the way is being opened for you. How magical. Thank you for joining me. If you're new to the channel, welcome. And yeah, just thank you so much for being here. It's such a privilege to read for you guys. Tons and tons of love, and I look forward to seeing you again really soon. Pile 3, welcome to your reading, beautiful souls. Sing your own song, Canary Spirit. Look at this beautiful crown sitting on the canary's head. Do you know, what's coming through you with this card is, you know, canaries were very sadly actually used in here in the UK. Historically, when there was a lot of mining taking place, the miners used to take canaries in little cages down the mine shafts because they were very sensitive. And so actually, if there were gases that could that could have killed the miners, the canaries would pick up on them first. They'd kind of keel over and they would know, and so they would evacuate. So it's really interesting that story's coming through here. Sing your own song. We have Lizard, which is about entering the dream time. We have Othilla, the rune of separation, the rune of inheritance, the rune of gain. Let's draw more cards before I say any more. That, for some reason, that story feels like almost as if maybe you're going to be given the heads up of something ahead of time, like a warning ahead of time. I mean, that sounds a bit strong, but let's go with what we're being shown here. Right, all paths lead home and deep cellular healing. Okay. Yes, I feel you're going to be offered a way back, because of course that's what canaries did. They created a turning point. That's the story, or the element of the story. You know, they'd keel over, the miners would evacuate immediately. It was a way back home. They would come back to safety. That's what we're being shown here. There is a pathway to come home to yourself in some way, or to lead you away from something that is unhealthy, that maybe is not working for you, a difficult environment. Othilla sometimes speaks of real property. It can literally mean that we leave somewhere, and it can be letting you know that you need to leave somewhere in order to find the gain somewhere else. This is a very interesting reading. Let's draw more cards. May we have more information. We have the empty room. Wow, yeah, I'm seeing you vacate, or the potential for you to vacate somewhere. This actually feels like it does feel a bit like that mine shaft. And how interesting, both these cards, Thanatos as well. Look at the hands reaching out to one another. I think it's this way up. Yeah. Someone reaching out. Okay. I think that there is a situation around you. If this reading is resonating, you'll probably know what this is. But somebody has offered you a hand to bring you back, or to help you come back to yourself in some way. It's like this sort of recognition that what we're doing in the here and now is weaving the web that we are creating. That there's a turning point. Something can be turned around here. It's like you've gone down a particular pathway and you can choose to come back from it. Notice this person here we can see a pathway behind her, but she's kind of coming back. Arcturus energy, physical and emotional healing. Yeah, there's an opportunity to address something, to heal something, to come to get back on track in some way. Somebody reaching out to you, or it could be it could even be source or spirit reaching out to you, to bring you back, to offer you something. Let's draw your tarot cards. Maybe ask for more information about this. What is being offered? Let's ask this first of all. What's being offered? Okay, so we have, my goodness me, look at the shift in energy here. 2 of Swords to the King of Swords. So we're moving from a place where you're not seeing clearly to a place where you know exactly what to do. Clarity of mind. Clarity of direction. This is getting back on track. Knowing what you need to do. If there's something you have not been able to see, you're suddenly seeing it clearly. Very clear-cut choices almost, but yeah, there's a turnaround here. How lovely. So a situation that has begun to feel rather empty or rather challenging, as if it's not giving you what you need. Someone reaches out and leads you in the right direction. How lovely. Inner authority, intuition, turn your gaze within. Again, very interesting, the turnaround. Maybe for some of you, there is something that happens or is happening around you that is causing you to reflect. I mean, lizards are a very good symbol of reflection, of entering the dream time and being able to anticipate and almost dream in what is going to happen, to see what's going to happen. And so it's kind of like if you continue on a particular pathway, by reflection, turning your intuition inwards, you'll recognize that if you continue on a particular pathway, maybe it's leading to nothing, as it were. There's a lot of reflection around you at the moment. Or that's certainly an energy that's being valued and appreciated. The energy of reflection is valuable to you right now. And my beautiful souls, at the time of doing this reading, we are in a Mercury retrograde shadow, and in fact I think during this week Mercury will get to a retrograde position. So that's a good energy. It's a good use of the retrograde energy, is to reflect. Things show up in Mercury retrograde periods to help us to see what we need to discard, to let go of, and also what can come from that. If you're watching this in 6 months' time or a year's time, because these are timeless readings, then I even though you may not be in a Mercury retrograde period, there's a key element of reflection being really valuable for you. I'm seeing a massive shift here, but it is coming because I feel someone reaches out, or you see something clearly. There is opportunity for healing here, which is lovely. Let's draw more cards and see what the week ahead is looking like for you. We can get more detail about the week ahead. how this is emerging. Okay, let's look at these cards and see what we are showing for you. Okay, Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so this is a great deal of peace coming into your world. I'm seeing peace of mind with the Knight of Pentacles. It's a very earthy, grounded energy. If you've been in any kind of turmoil or conflict, this is, yeah, you get grounded again. You come back to earth. You have a new anchor point. Again, being guided. It may be that whatever reaches out to you could be literally, your higher self or your higher self, spirit source. You just know. But something is changing. Something that was stuck and disappointing. Four of Cups. Stuck. I mean, look at him looking so grumpy. Look at this. And look at this being offered something again. Page of Cups. Yeah. Something that has been stuck, unhelpful, unhealthy. I'm hearing it's time to leave this unhealthy situation. That's coming through, those words. That's Othilla, separation, cut the cords. Yeah, something that has been causing you to feel kind of, in a way, I think there's something around you that's isolated you, curiously enough. Yeah, you're coming home to yourself. So whether this is an inner journey of reflection, you come home to yourself. You cut the cords of some element of depression and unhappiness, where you've felt boxed in or trapped, or it's an actual situation. Whether this is an internal thing or an actual situation, somehow you are gifted with something. Literally we're seeing hands offering you something. You're gifted with something. Somebody could be reaching out to you in love, in care, in kindness, or indeed spirit source showing you something that means you can turn something around. Yeah, this feels good. This feels really good. A lovely progression this week, and in a very deep way. This feels as if it carries deep emotions, and hence the deep healing. There's a deep emotional healing to be had here. Very deep, profound emotional healing. Let's draw more cards and see whatever else shows up for you here. Sacred Falcon shows the way. I think this came out in... Did it come out in pile 2? For some reason I'm feeling that. I'm actually now disconnected from pile 2 and fully engaged in your reading. But yeah, you're being guided here. Absolutely being guided. Look at this. And look at the canary and the falcon. It's like showing you the way. I do feel for some of you it is a bit like coming out of a black hole or a black tunnel. Something's really consumed you. Blessing of the Kite Dancer. This is a wonderful card. This card says, whatever obstacles that are put in your way, kind of almost like they're here to make you stronger. And there is, even if an obstacle appears to be in your way, you can leap over it and you can do it with grace. This is overcoming something. But with help, I believe, with help and assistance, you can overcome something. Lady of Laza descends. Yeah, coming back down to earth again. I do feel some of you have genuinely been in maybe a really negative headspace. I mean, for some of you, literally in a negative circumstance or situation, literally a negative environment. But this is coming back down. You're being shown the way. Gifted, guided. It may also be with this lovely little crown on the canary. Somebody like a king, a leader, King of Swords, could also be giving you quite clear information that helps you to then move forwards. It brings you back down to earth. Helps you to see that there is a way forward if you're feeling unanchored out at sea. Lovely, look, anchor to fly. Here am I saying anchored, using exactly that word, coming back down to earth. This is lovely, because whatever is offered to you, the reaching out. I mean, gosh, if you've been in a deep, dark hole, this is somebody reaching out. It could literally be like someone knocking on your door and saying, hi, here you're having a hard time. Do you fancy coming out for a walk or doing something? It's somebody offering you something. Look at this, holding this hand. Somebody, literally, this figure here is bringing this other person down to earth. Anchor to fly. Helping you. There is real support in real terms coming in this week for you, beautiful pile 3, that will help to realign your energy, move you away from an environment, and that environment could be an internal environment within yourself, or it could be an environment externally. But one way or the other, it's bringing you back. As I said, it could be a sign, a source from spirit, literally. But it could well, for many of you, come through someone. This is really lovely, really delightful. Absolutely wonderful. Pile 3, I'm going to draw some more cards for you. But, I feel really importantly that this is about looking ahead. So I'm going to draw cards about looking ahead. Where is this going? Feels so important, as if somehow something is to be put behind you, an obstacle that, even this figure jumping over the obstacle, she's still looking ahead. And we have this person who is the anchor point, reaching out. Look at the hand, reaching out, bringing you back. She's looking back, she's looking at where you've come from, but she is the anchor point, and she's bringing you back down, bringing you back into alignment, offering you support, healing, help. Let's ask let's look ahead. I feel this is important as a reading to look ahead for some reason. May we ask for guidance looking ahead? We have these 4 cards. May we ask for guidance looking ahead for my lovely pile 3s. Okay, right, okay, we have the 6 of Wands. Wow, look at this. It's like a commitment, a marriage. Gosh, if any of you have been having real trouble within a relationship, this will be the turnaround. Somebody reaching out to you. Yeah, if there's been discord and a renewed commitment. This is not primarily showing as a relationship reading, but I am seeing someone reaching out. So if there's been discord in a relationship, someone could reach out. And there's a renewed commitment here. Queen of Wands. This is a real turnaround. The Queen of Wands is the queen of transformation. She literally is. 10 of Pentacles. Harmony, happiness, family, community, connectedness. Lovely, lovely. We have the Chariot. We have the 8 of Wands. Okay, and the 4 of Swords. How interesting. Might draw some more cards around this. But I'm also seeing rest, actually. That's what this is saying to me, but I will double check on that in a moment. Right, looking ahead, what we're seeing is a massive, massive turnaround. Being brought back. It's something that you thought wasn't working, or as I said, you've been tied up in a space of depression or whatever it is. This is a huge turnaround. Refinding your direction in no uncertain terms. Everything moving forwards. I'm not seeing regrets here. I'm thinking with the 4 of Swords, I will draw more cards, but I think this is actually saying rest. You may need to just, because this is quite a big turnaround. It would be like, a bit like the story that I said, the canary keels over and the miners come to the surface. Well, when they come back to the surface, they come home. They're safe. They're exhausted. They've been through an ordeal. They've been close to the edge of something that wasn't really okay. And so they come back. And actually, they need to rest. That's not going to immediately leave them. It's like they've got a process. That's part of the healing, I think. There's a need to then get still, to reflect, to process and to heal. but there is a massive turnaround. I will just double check. We'll get a few extra cards around the Four of Swords for you. We have the Page of Cups. How interesting, and you have the Page of Cups again. Yeah, this is lovely. Absolutely lovely, because it's a gift. It's a gift. So, yeah, just there'll be a need, I think, there'll be opportunity to reflect, to heal, to grow, to learn. And what this is actually saying as well is that whatever you've had to deal with, that you are now being assisted with, whether you have experienced depression or a circumstance that has been challenging, actually, you'll learn from it. It's a gift. It has been a gift, because I think it strengthened your commitment. This would be like if you're having difficulty in a relationship. I mean, I'm not seeing primarily this as a relationship reading, but if, say, you were having difficulty in your marriage, for example, and someone comes back and reaches out to you, or there's been a family disagreement, and someone comes back and you walked away, you were angry and stressed and not okay. Someone reaches out to you and you kind of reset your perspective. You come back home. You can see it differently. You're welcomed, and you'll grow from this. Your learning from this is going to be absolutely phenomenal. It really is. So this is a win-win. I mean, you may even end up sharing your learning with others. Who knows? I mean, that's not necessarily being shown, but when we learn from any situation, we gain from it, don't we? There is always the learning. Yeah, so reflection, stillness, healing, and learning. But wow, what a turnaround. An absolute massive turnaround for you in some kind of a circumstance or situation. My beautiful pile 3, this is your reading. Do keep us posted. Thank you so much for being here. It is an honour and a privilege to read for you. If this is resonating with you, do like, share, subscribe. I mean, thank you for doing all these things that support the channel. Thank you for being here and supporting the channel. And you know who you are. Thank you for your extra support for those of you who are in the YouTube membership area and on Patreon. Beautiful souls, tons and tons of love.